Aloha everybody, and welcome to part 2 of DuckTales, and we have 3 levels left. You can't actually revisit a level unless you decide to go visit Launchpad McQuack, who is in every level, and he can take you back to the hub room so that you can collect your bearings and go for a second try at a level and collect treasure all over again. But you can only use him once per level, so if I decide to use Launchpad here in the Amazon, I can come back to the Amazon, but then I can't summon him again. That means you have 2 tries on every level to collect treasure. It's very easy to get 10 million bucks if you just replay every level and like more than once and stuff. You know, you can collect money pretty easily. But, you know, I'm probably going to have to do that to get my best ending as well. But I just figured I'd mention that if you beat Transylvania, if you beat the Himalayas, you can't go back. Speaking of going back, there's more secrets! I love that. I go to the left, I find this thing because of this barrel, and I'm like, oh yeah, I found all this treasure. But wait, there's more! I love secrets like that. DuckTales is kind of fond of its invisible walls and whatnot. Well, not invisible walls, it's more like invisible pathways. But, you know, the thing I like about this game, it's not, like, unfair. As long as you're just hugging the walls or just jumping around in the corners and stuff, you can find every secret that this game has to offer, you know? It's not like one of those cryptic games like Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, where, like, you gotta have to know that you can kneel in the corner of this one particular area so that a tornado can take you to a specific spot, and, you know, crap like that. It's never very cryptic. It never confuses the audience. All you really need to know is how to play the game. As in, how to be a pogo master. And just hug the walls, look around, and you're bound to find something. Transylvania, I believe, is the only one with... Well, no, that's not true. The mine has some invisible hallways as well. But, you know... Just hug those walls, kids. Hug those walls. In addition, you probably already saw it in this video, but Scrooge McDuck's other attack is that he can go up to an object, and when he's hugging the wall, he'll eventually set his sprite so that he's got like this golf swing pose, and then when you push the B button again, he will whack whatever he's, you know, pushing against. And if it's a wall, he'll just hit the wall, and he'll get all shaken and be like, "Arr! That was a dumb idea." Or, if it's a block, or some kind of object that he can actually propel forward, he will knock that thing upwards into the sky, and you can use it to, like, knock blocks into floating treasure chests or something, and, you know, knock them down and stuff, so that's always fun. But, there's Launchpad McQuack. Here's a little fun thing. You actually get a fun little bonus stage where you can collect an additional $150,000 if you go to Launchpad and you decide to go back to Duckburg when you have more than $10,000 and there's a 7 in the digit somewhere. So if you're 37,000, 47,000, 57,000, you know, stuff like that, you'll have this little bonus thing where Gyro has a little helicopter and he's dropping money and you collect the money. And then you'll just go back to Duckburg and go back to the main hub room. But that doesn't happen unless you have a 7 in your digits. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to replay the level, but I'm also going to speed it up so you can listen to the music. So as you can see, Launchpad is gone. I cannot go back to Duckburg. I can only play Amazon twice, so I have gotten all the money I can from this level. But the soundtrack of this game is glorious, isn't it? I think that's one of the greatest things people remember about DuckTales is the fantastic music. I know everyone's anticipating the Moon level, because apparently a lot of people love that song to death. But I've always been fond of the Amazon, personally. The Amazon's been my favorite song of the game. I love it. It's so glorious. You can just dance and listen to it and bob your head all day, every day. Ah, the NES. You and your magical 8-bit music. I could listen to you forever! Forever! But anywho, at the end of the Amazon level, ladies and gentlemen, there is a totem pole statue. And he says, pay $300,000 to pass through here. What? I am Scrooge McDuck, sir, and I am keeping my money. I am not giving you a dime. Now, the statue, if you do pay it $300,000, it would spawn an elevator, which would let you climb that vine. And there are two ways to get up there. One, I could have waited for one of the enemies to come into the main room and then bounce off of his head. Oh, by the way, I died. You keep all your money even when you died. That's different from DuckTales 2, so I just wanted to make that distinction now. But you can't have an enemy bounce to the vine, or this vine over here is another shortcut into the boss room so that you don't have to pay $300,000. So there's two ways to get to the boss without paying money, and now you know. So this is the boss of the Amazon. I think this is the easiest boss in the game. What does he do? He slides from one side of the room to the other. Occasionally he'll jump. He does have a ground pound effect where he stuns your character, kind of like Gutsman from Mega Man. But again, this is a kid's game. What do you want me to say? The boss is super easy. Just jump when he lands and jump on him, you know. But we got the Scepter of the Amazon, and look at our money! Scrooge McDuck, you have $500,000! Wait, I have more than $1 million. I'm stupid today. I'm very stupid today. We have half of $10 million. We have $5 million. Ugh. Math? I'm good at math. Anyway, we're in the mines now, and we'll need a key to get in, and it's in Transylvania. What? So they jump you to Transylvania, and all the money and stuff that you collected in Transylvania will still be gone. So this isn't like a third opportunity to play through Transylvania or anything. You go into the first mirror, and there's the skeleton key to the mine. Then you just leave, and you're back in the hub world, and now you can do the mine level. Kind of a pointless detour, honestly. It's like, oh man, that really was necessary. There didn't need to be a locked door, just have the level be normal, no key door, you know? I don't get that. It's not even padding, because it took like 20 seconds out of my time. It's like that episode of Arrested Development where Job got like the cooler so that he could free his father from Kitty's hotel room. Do you guys watch Arrested Development at all? But you know, but they're all like dogging Job, because he's like, what's that gonna buy? It's like an extra minute? The first thing she's gonna do is check the cooler and see that my stuff is gone, you idiot. But either way, I could actually knock out the logs in the Amazon to get money out of them, just like I am these mine crates. But hey, there's Mrs. Beakley, the nanny, and she's giving you a hell of a lot of ice cream. You don't really need it at this point, but yeah. So take a leap of faith, bounce on those guys, and you will find a huge treasure chest which contains lost treasure. How much is this worth? $1 million. That's a big number. This also takes us right to the boss. This is an incredibly fast shortcut to the boss. So, I've committed suicide so that I may spawn at the beginning of the stage all over again. But I still keep the $1 million from that lost treasure. So, yeah. Now we're gonna take the long way around and collect more money. But, yeah, that literally, you go down the chain, and it takes you right to the very direct room before the boss. So that's a gigantic shortcut. This giant chest only has a free man. But hey, I just killed myself, so now I got my life back. I lost nothing. We're Scrooge McDuck, after all. Scrooge McDuck isn't supposed to lose anything. He's just supposed to gain more and more and more money. That's how this works. Why are treasure chests floating in the sky? I don't know. Here's another free man. Again, I don't really need him, but I'm just showing you that there's a lot of free men if you need to find some. Because, you know, if you lose all your lives, once again, game over. You have to restart the entire game. There are no passwords, and there are no continues. You lose all your lives, that's it, you're done. This part, it's sort of like a Mega Man where you have to sort of like make sure you don't jump the gun, or otherwise he'll hit you in midair and then you'll fall in the pit. So when you come up to a cliff, just kind of make sure you don't jump the gun, or if you do jump, make sure that you kind of go back a little just in case something pops out of the water, you know? They don't have the end credits at the end of this game, for some reason. You know, some NES games didn't do that. Super Mario Bros. 2 was one of them. Super Mario Brothers was one of them. But, you know... so, I don't know who worked on this game. I have a feeling Keiji Inafune worked on this game. It's very Mega Man-ish. This is a Capcom title, so I don't know. It may be the exact same team who did Mega Man. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe there's an article somewhere. Some nerd in the comments will be like, "Yes, Clements! It is the same team that made Mega Man. How did you not know that? You're not very credible. You were so much better 4 years ago." Sorry, I was choking on something. Anywho, we just ran into Miss Beakley's granddaughter, or niece? Webby? Again, I don't know the relationship. I don't remember these things. But that open hole we just saw, again, that was just where the lost treasure drop was going to be. You literally drop into this room, and we're at the boss. So how about that? He's a king slug guy. He likes to roll around like Sonic the Hedgehog. And then he uncurls so you can jump on him. And he'll occasionally... He doesn't always go right. He did in this boss fight, but for some reason... Oh, there he goes. He went left. Again, it seems like sometimes when I play the game, he seems to follow me more, but during this particular run-through, he went right a lot. So, you know, just be prepared to jump when he uncurls, because he'll be... Doesn't matter what direction he's going, he's gonna be going, and as long as you jump, you'll be safe. So those were the mines, and now, ladies and gentlemen, we have one more level to go, and it's arguably the best. We're gonna be checking out the moon! Because there's money on the moon. Till then, toodles.